Hmm? Are we live?
Well, according to this, we're not. Mine says it's still off air.
Yes, but the main thing is says live.
And
I don't know.
let's start recording. Oh, now it said live.
We're live. It's alive. It's alive. Okay, so hello everyone. We are the iPad Only book co-authors. My name is Michael.
And I'm Augusto. How are you today, sir?
Good, good. Big things. I know we've been neglecting our website for a while, so big things now. We decided to not only because we've been writing about iPad Only for a while on our blogs, on mine Stravinsky.com, and on yours the AugustoPina.com. So the thing is that we decided to do something something bigger with the book, because we're still in the process of rewriting the book, and we are busy people. That's why it takes us so much time. The blame is on me actually right now, because I have to deliver you something. So we are busy writing the book, but it's really hard to keep the book up to date, especially when the things change so quickly and the apps change so quickly. So, and we keep testing the apps, we keep checking the apps out, but we don't post on the site, which we have to, change. So, and we also thought, bigger. So, Augusto, tell everyone what we thought about how to convert the site.
Well, part of the problem is, as you said, when we begin working about this, nobody was talking about the possibility of being iPad only, and in a way, we were people look at us like we were crazy. And now, more and more, we're seeing people going really iPad only and really interested, but at the same time, the developers and the amount of developers has evolved so much, and the amount of applications and things you can do on the applications has evolved so much that maybe the book, in a way gets old too fast. We have been working into updating the iPad only version in order to translate it, and one of the problems we have been finding is every time we're close to finish, it's already updated. It's kind of frustrated. So we were discussing what we can do to make it better. And one of the things we thought was, well, we need to find a better medium, and a medium that can be much more dynamic than the book. And because of that, we thought on the blog, number one, and also we thought on how we can deliver this better than a blog, so people can have the access, so people can access the articles, so people can forward the articles. And you came with Remake. And when Remake came to the world, I thought this is the perfect vehicle. So one of the things the people will see in the next month is we are going to come with an iPad-only magazine for the iPhone. So that way you will be able to read the articles and some exclusive stuff on that magazine, some longer pieces that talk about the iPad-only, but in a way that is going to be much more faster. It's going to be faster, one, and second, it's going to allow us to keep up with the speed that the iPad-only move, that honestly, for much that we have been trying, the book as a format is not fast or flexible enough to accomplish.
Exactly. So we're actually, I'm still the founder of Nozbe, but I have this other project right now, a startup. We're trying to launch the Remag, and we have already published several magazines. And this is the thing, the iPad Only is a perfect way to convert the iPad Only book to an iPad Only magazine, where we can, as you said, keep updating people with the actual content related to the current apps we use, current app we test, current apps we complain about, all these things, and also invite other participants. So not only us, not only you and me will be publishing, but hopefully other folks as well. So in the end, we want to build an iPad Only community and a free magazine with that. So it's going to be a free magazine, so no cost there, and we want to make it really, especially now when people either switch to the iPads or they switch to the iPhone 6 Plus kind of thing, like I did. I mean, I'm using still the iPad, but if you would compare my usage of my iPad Air 2, which is so much better than the iPad Air 1, to my usage of my iPad Air 1 in the moment where I had iPhone 5S, it's a different story because I'm using my iPhone a lot more. So we will be using, we will be sharing both the iPhone and iPad tricks and how to use them efficiently. And the magazine will be perfect for both iPhone and iPad, and actually even for Android. So if there are tablet guys or phablet guys who like smartphones and tablets based on Android, they will be able to also read our magazine and maybe even contribute. So we call it iPad only, but the iPad only is in our case, I think it's more like a way of life, and not just that it's only about the iPad. It's the mobile, mobile way.
This is a real mobile. I was traveling for work a couple of weeks ago, and I had a comment from some of the people I was meeting with, how tiny is my footprint when I travel, because it was funny. We were 4 people, where 3 of them were traveling, and one of them was local. Out of the 4, I was traveling with a small bag that has basically iPads and a little notebook, and that was it, and a really small bag. And the other people were with this big suitcase, big laptops and stuff. And this person looked at me and say, "You really can do everything from there?" And I say, "Yes." and as we were discussing after the meeting, most of the people in that meeting, were not using an iPad more for fear, as we describe on the book, from being used to work in a certain way than anything else. And one of the things we're going to do in this magazine is pull some of stuff of the book we wrote already and bring it back and bring it and update it. Instead of trying to update the whole book, that is challenging, let's try to bring some of those principles we bring to the book, okay, and show you how still they apply. Because even that some of the apps of the iPad only book really are out of date, okay, the principles behind the book are still valid and are still there. And I still travel just with an iPad. And you can't beat the iPad, you can't beat the hours, you can't beat the ease of work, you can't beat any of that.
So it's funny, because the other day I was traveling to our company-wide meeting, and at Nosby what we do is we meet like every half, because we all work from home. So every half a year we meet in an undisclosed location. So we just get a hotel in the middle of nowhere, just to connect, to work together, to party together, to just get to know each other better. And this time I was traveling with 2 laptops, the iPad Air and my iPhone 6 Plus, and which is unusual for me. Why? Because I brought the Chromebook for my developers, MacBook Pro for my designer, and my iPad for my fun, and my iPhone as my main device. So actually, I didn't use these computers. I brought them because some other people needed it. I didn't need to have laptops with me. If my developers, if they didn't want to, check it out, the Chromebook, or if my designer really didn't need the MacBook Pro, I would just come with the iPad and the iPhone. But this time I just had to bring more stuff, but not for me, for other people. And and again, for professionals like this guy, for my designer, MacBook Pro is his main machine. But my other designer was actually, while we were working on my MacBook Pro, he was my second designer was working there. My first designer was showing me the cool new apps from Adobe that they just launched, and they're free apps, really fantastic apps to draw, to sketch, to do vector drawing, which later sync with Photoshop. So for example, when you save the project, you can just import it to Photoshop very easily. I think to Photoshop, yeah. So the thing is that also, even big companies like Adobe is recognizing that we need the guys who really need the big trucks, the big computers, right? The designers. They still need the iPad as a way of casual work, and then to sketch with the fingers and stuff. And then later they're trying to, help migrate from there to the big computer to really finish up the project. So so my designers actually asked me to also, when we work together, to get one of these apps from Adobe, and if I have some ideas or things, I will just gonna sketch them there, send it to them, and they will just take it from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what you're going to see. If you go today, you will see that we already changed. So the first landing page is not about the book, but it's the blog. And we are going to start updating that often, and we're going to try to do it at least weekly. And as I said, as soon as the magazine is going to go out, we are going to talk about it. And you will want to check both, because there is going to be, most of the content on the blog is going to be in the magazine, but the magazine is going to have some content that is going to be just there, that is going to be exclusive for the magazine. So it's going to be more in-depth pieces that are not blog. A blog is a 500 to 1,000 words article, so something short, because nobody, that's what you read. The magazine instead will allow us to go into more deep, into 2,000, 3,000 words on a more deep, a bigger analysis. So you will want to make sure you check both.
Let us know your feedback. I mean, what do you think about it? Because we are just starting this out, but we really think it's a way to go. So, for example, what I'm thinking is that because we already rewrote several chapters of our first version of iPad Only, we rewrote the several chapters already. So I'm thinking that maybe we should publish some of these chapters also in the magazine. I don't know. I mean, we'll just see. We'll see as we go.
Yeah, we are going to continue finishing this second edition to update it at least to iOS 8 and then publish it to iOS 8 as a free update for the person who already bought the book. So we can do the translation as people has requested. And after that, most likely every update after that point is going to come into the magazine as well as the blog.
Yeah, could be, because the people from Poland, I'm Polish, and people from Poland keep bugging me about the Polish edition of iPad Only all the time. So
I get the Spanish bugging, so
yeah. So what can we do?
So we are going to update it as we compromise here to update it as an iOS 8 before iOS 9 come out, and then we are going to translate in Polish as well as Spanish. And then, well, if you have interest in to have this magazine in Polish, or you have interest in this magazine also to be in Spanish, let us know, because we will be able to work into getting these articles in both languages, so we get the 3 magazines if there is people with interest. So let us know.
And also, if you want to, participate, contribute, and have some of your own iPad only stories or iPhone only stories, just let us know. And then the tips of apps that you use, whatever. I mean, just let us know. Post feedback down here, and also send us some email or whatever. So just stay in touch and let us know. We would like to really take the iPad only. Because the other new news is that I finally caught the iPadOnly.com domain. Because when we started out, we had the iPadOnly.net, and then later iPadOnlyBook.com, and now we have iPadOnly.com, which is pretty big. So the new domain also means new taking this site and this community to a new level. So let us know what you think.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks. Okay, I'm just gonna turn this off.
Yes.
So, guys, I need to go to my computer, which had to start this Hangouts, because we are doing the Hangouts from the iPads, actually, of course, because we are the iPad Only guys. So I have to go to the computer to stop the broadcast. So I'm going to do it right now. And in the meantime, what you can do is really post a comment and let us know what you thought about it. Okay.